everyone, welcome back to Eating with the Alexanders. I'm Kel.
I'm CJ.
And today we are having king crab, shrimp, boiled eggs, potatoes, corn, and cucumbers. Y'all, I'm sorry, I keep looking up here because that's normally where the camera is, but I'm gonna have to look right here. But yeah, y'all, so this is what we're having today, and Brielle is joining us. At some point, she's gonna rip that headband off. I already know it, but whatever. But she's gonna be eating supper with us today. And yes, she can have seafood. None of us have seafood allergies, and she's had it before.
Yeah.
Excuse my nails, because look, see, that didn't even last long. You will see them probably peeling in this video. It is time. This gel nail did not last as long as I thought it would. But anyway, how are y'all?
Lord Jesus, we come to you and thank you for today and the food that we're about to receive. In your name I pray. Amen.
But yeah, y'all, so how are y'all? If you're we haven't posted our latest mukbang yet because we've been going back and forth on whether or not we should post it. You want some? Just trying to decide whether or not we should post it because I wasn't in a very good place during that video, just with everything going on in the media and what's going on in the world, and I wasn't happy about it. But I'm gonna post it anyway because it's how a lot of us are feeling, and I always try to be as positive as possible, but at the same time, I'm human. So I've decided to post it. So you'll probably see that video before this one. They'll probably be posted close to the same time, but this one will definitely be on a lighter note. I've taken time off of social media. I don't really get on Facebook, because being on Facebook constantly was just like, I was getting so upset. Y'all, I deleted so many people with this whole everything that's been going on. So yeah, but we're not gonna talk about that this video. We're gonna be talking about something else. What? I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
What?
How do you feel about Brielle turning 10 months old?
Guys, it's like I blinked my eyes. She's 10 months. It's like she grew, man, fast. She's about to crawl. She's close. She stands up.
No, about to walk.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
She crawls
about
fast.
to walk. She crawls fast. She's about to walk. Stands up. She's gonna take. I predict pretty soon we're gonna see her take that step and crawl. And walk. Oh yeah, she crawls super fast. You see her mama? If she want her mom, and I'm playing when you see her mom pass. Well, yeah, she's going. For real.
She ate already, but she's gonna be snacking with us.
Yeah.
No, I lied. She just had a snack earlier, so this is her
Yeah,
supper.
good appetite. After sure.
Yummy. You like shrimp. We did baby led weaning. For a lot of people, they're probably like, why is she giving that baby food? Well, we didn't give her anything until 6 months old, or close to 6 months old. I think she was like maybe a week before 6 months. We started giving her, no, I think it was at 6 months. We started giving her some baby food. We originally tried baby led weaning, and she just didn't seem like 100% interested. So basically, here, let me give you a smaller piece, baby. So what you do is you break up what you're eating, what you would typically eat, into smaller pieces. Like that chunk I just gave her, I overestimated her abilities. But and they learned to eat it. And basically what she just did was she pushed it forward because it was too big and it went too far back. So when you start them at 6 months old, they use their gag, they're exploring food, and they use their gag reflexes to push food forward that's like, I guess, too big or that they can choke on. And from what I've read, it makes them less likely to choke on their toddlers. And I don't know, it sounds crazy, but y'all, I'm telling you, it worked so well for Xavier when he was that age. But because she wasn't as interested in like our food right away, we started her with baby food, and then we started mixing in solids. So it was a modified baby led weaning. It wasn't fully like Xavier, but like Xavier went straight. Xavier totally skipped the baby food. That's our middle son. And our oldest did baby food, but we started him at 4 months per suggestion of his pediatrician. And I really felt like that was too early for him. Every baby is different, but for him it was too early. This one was ready. She was ready. Yeah.
Ahead of her time, she be ready.
Yo, this is like, some of this king crab is deshelled and some of it is not.
Yeah.
Look, we couldn't find the scissors that we wanted, so bear with us.
Corn good.
Is that yummy?
But yeah, she, like, man, she about to be 1 year old. I don't know where the time went.
It did fly. And I will always, I do miss her being a newborn. I miss, like, those early months, but, and I know I'll never get that back, but I'm good. We're not doing this again.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
be good.
Y'all, we were trying to get her situated. I was trying to determine if we were going to keep her in the video or not, because girl got me distracted. I was about to push her to the side and put some food on her tray. But we're going to just make it do what it do, because this is our life as parents. So, this is everyday life.
Yep, everyday life.
So, yeah. Y'all, we finally had to get an SUV. We made the car work as long as we could, but it was time. It was time. We had been looking for a while though. Like before, when I was pregnant actually, we started looking. And then we realized that all of the car seats would fit in my car. And I was like, no, we're good, we'll wait a while. But it just, it became too cramped, and then the kids like to bring a lot of stuff in the car, and then we go grocery shopping, and her stroller in the car seat, which is actually a double stroller, because sometimes we'll still put Xavier in it. So it was time.
Too much.
And he's laughing at me because I'm scared to drive it.
She's scared.
Well, there's road work going on down our street. And if y'all would see this, it looks so bad. Like, there's a big dip where they're trying to make another road. But literally, like, this is the road. And then there's this big, I guess they're trying to lift up the land, but y'all, like, if you fall off, RIP your car. I mean, maybe it'll still be okay, but it'll be some serious damage. I'm not trying to do that. So I've been letting him do it. But I mean, it's only been a few days. So it's only been a few days. I'm gonna drive it. It's not the first time I've driven an SUV. But he's talking about me. Oh, you're scared, you're scared. Meanwhile, he has a CDL. Well, you can drive an 18-wheeler. Of course, it's not a big deal for you.
True.
I've only ever had a car.
Salt, man. I mean, the salt is good to me.
It is good.
I mean, it's usually always good, but I got to put a little extra
Brielle's like enjoying this. If it's all making it to her mouth. Oh, baby. It's not. It's not. It's
She'll
called
have a
a
little seafood ball in her chest.
She will. When I'm gonna pick her up, and it's bath time after this, but when I'm gonna pick her up, it's all gonna be in her chin. She is doing good at feeding herself, but some of it, not all of it makes it to her mouth. So what do you want to talk about today?
I'm not sure. I'm not lying. I'm not sure. I'm always fun.
I'm not sure.
We can talk about what some of you guys would want to do or like to do after COVID is over, you know, vacation spots. We would love to hit the beach. Water. We would love to
We're
hit.
going to hit the beach one
Yeah,
day.
we will. But that's what we would like to do. And what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. We need to make sure it's cool for us to go to Florida though.
Yeah.
But we also love Orange Beach. So in Alabama. But Florida, I don't know, I'm hearing mixed things about people traveling from Louisiana. I don't know how true that is, so we'll just
Maybe
kinda
they want you to quarantine for 14 days. But I mean, if you only stay, just say a week, I mean, you can't come out. I mean, it's just crazy.
Why are you trying to bite me? I'm sorry. Do you want more? Yeah? I'm sorry. Here. Yeah? I'm sorry. Here, let's see. Let's squeeze you up some more. There. Yeah, she ripped that hole off. But I don't know how true that is anymore. But
Right.
one of our friends corn on my teeth, had to cancel her Vibro, her condo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was canceled on her, and she had to fight to get her money back because it was just kind of like, sorry, you should have checked into whatever it was they told her. She had to fight to get her money back.
Not something like that. Give me my money back. Okay, it's cool if you be like, you know, maybe to stay or you cancel it because, you know, the COVID. Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Ooh. Come on, shot.
I know, but
Yeah, you shouldn't have to fight. You should
She
have to
didn't
fight
know.
to get your money back though.
that she couldn't go to Florida. And they, the person, no, that's per, everybody's different. Every Airbnb is different. I don't know if it's Vibra or Airbnb. Everybody's different. Now, it's not like that with hotels. You can stay at whatever hotel you want. It's just like
Airbnb, like.
those type of, you know, yeah, like private rentals, I guess.
Mhm.
We were just like, that's what it is. We go to Orange Beach. It's no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shorter drive anyway, and we enjoyed it. But I've never been to Destin. I would like to go to Destin. I've been to Panama City. Why are you trying to bite me? Why are you biting me? She is tired. I don't even think Brielle knows what to do with herself right now.
What? What? Finger.
I don't think she can eat that, actually. Okay. Okay. Trying to break it for you, baby.
They love to
Demanding.
eat. Oh yeah, she get mad. If she wants something, you know, she feel like you're playing with her.
She's ready to get out. No, this is why we don't do mukbangs with the kids. Well, the boys will eat what we eat. They don't eat what we eat at all.
Yeah, they were chilling.
They had nachos already.
Yeah.
We can't sit here in silence and
No.
be like, yeah, yep.
No, so all of them. I mean, I guess I know your answer anyway. Mama actually knew.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the ones we went to, I know Panama's still your favorite. Or no?
We haven't been to a lot of beaches.
No, what I'm saying, Panama. And,
Panama City.
yeah,
And what, Orange Beach?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're both really good trips, honestly. And I think that had a lot to do with where we stayed, what we were near. Ma'am, I am, oh my God, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Please excuse me for my horrible service, Your Highness. There you go.
She let it be known.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I enjoyed both. What I did like about Panama City Beach was and I wish we knew the name of that restaurant. Y'all, we went in like 2012
4 kids.
before kids.
And it was an amazing trip.
Was it 2012? Yeah. You sure? It was.
Zayden was 2013.
Yeah, Zayden was born in 2013.
Yeah.
I got pregnant sometime around there. Either before or on that trip. I think it was before though. I didn't know yet that I was pregnant though. Like that trip was like early August. Or we left like, I don't know. In, I believe I conceived like July 4th.
Okay.
You doing the radio?
Yep.
Like, where's your egg? Where's your egg?
You want to video?
You want to say hi?
You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi. Hi, guys.
All right, y'all. Bye. We will. No. Bye. We'll see y'all later.
Okay, let me go over this thing.
What's wrong, okay?
All right. Bye. You like shrimp?
If y'all have any suggestions of great beaches y'all have been to?
Boy, if you don't stop saying y'all done been to, or we done been, done been, hey, y'all done been to. Brielle ate all the potatoes and she's eating all the shrimp.
That's how Brielle though. You know all our food.
That's fine.
Brielle, we
But
not.
you don't even want it.
Brielle, we about to fight. But any beach you guys visited and you like, give us some suggestions. We always. So, what, bro? What, bro? You be tripping.
Yes, baby.
But yeah, any suggestions
Want
you
some?
guys got? Let us know in the comments. Different beaches.
But yeah, y'all. Don't start with your fake coughing. You have nothing in your mouth.
Oh.
You just waste this. Now, of course, she's not gonna eat that whole thing, y'all. She just chews on it, but she's teething, so it's fine. And she only has 2 teeth, not enough to break that whole thing off. Pieces, but not. But yeah, not a whole chunk.
Corn is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like really sweet. We don't have to add nothing to it.
Mm-mm.
That's really sweet.
But it said it on the bag.
Oh, bro.
Mm-hmm. It was saying how sweet the corn is, and I was like, yeah, it said it on the bag. I'm trying not to cut myself again. It would be the second time because,
Yeah, kind of pre-cut these.
yeah, pre-cut them. And I poked myself on a spike. Now you're arguing with the cucumber? Yeah.
I wonder how Zayden will be this time. We'll go back to the beach. You remember his last time?
Zayden was 3 last time we went to the beach. I need to look this way, I'm sorry. And y'all.
He's 7 now. So
4 years ago. And he was terrified of sand.
sand.
He was so scared of sand.
Boy, be freaking out in the sand, trying to like it was quicksand. That's how he was acting.
You try to put him down, he would just like cling to you. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. And I mean, it wasn't like he had just made 3, but
Right.
still, he was terrified of sand.
I think he'll be fine now.
Oh, of
Unless
course.
I think Xavier too. I don't think he'll trip. Xavier's gonna be gone. He's a fearless one. He gonna be gone. But he might be he is cautious sometimes.
He has his moments.
He got his moments. But I feel like if Zayden is like just start running the sand and going, Xavier gonna go.
Yeah, Xavier.
But if
will
Zayden
wait
start
for
again,
Zayden's speed.
if Zayden starts doing that with the sand,
He's not gonna do that at 7.
and I'm gonna even mess with him. First I'll be like, I won't mess with him, but now
No, just let him go.
I'm gonna let him go. Yeah, we like staying at like the condos or whatever that it's right on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And we could just get up, get dressed, get down, go down and straight to the water.
Yeah,
That's the one we prefer to stay at.
I love the beach view.
Yeah.
Like I like to sit on the balcony
Drink coffee.
in the morning, drink my coffee or hot chocolate or tea.
We did almost everything.
every morning.
Drink coffee or fix some breakfast. Go sit out on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the sunrise. Couple sunsets. It's nice. Hit a rain. You know what I mean? Not the rain. I'm sorry.
I will wake you up before
The waves.
the kids woke up.
Yeah. Yeah. You were like, babe, let's get up.
Let's go. That was so peaceful.
Really peaceful.
That was Orange Beach.
Yeah.
We gotta do that again. Yo, she goes to town on a cucumber. Just because I guess because it's cool and she's
Hey,
tender.
baby. Hey, you like that cucumber? You like that, girl? You like that?
She's like
Just
to
the bottom
chew
of it
it.
got indentions on it.
No teeth at the top.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're always enjoy it, man. Just a little getaway. Oh, also, if we do Christmas or anything in the mountains again,
Man.
y'all.
And the what? I don't know if they heard you. Did we
Oh,
describe?
I'm thinking we had a bag. I'm thinking we
Oh,
crossed
sorry,
it.
it's right here.
I'm thinking we got crossed. How about that?
The bag is down here though. I'm getting full.
Yeah, we went. How many? What was it, 2? How many years ago was it? No, not even 2
It
years.
was 2018. It was Christmas 2018.
Went to Georgia, Blue Ridge,
Mm-hmm.
Blue Ridge, Georgia. We went to had Christmas in the mountains, and
It was nice, but
it was beautiful.
yeah.
But our initial getting to where we stayed, kind of rough.
Well,
It
once
was really
we
rough.
got there and
Yeah.
you read the instructions,
Yeah,
some of the things that they talk about is getting there before it's dark. There's a reason you should get there
before it's
before
dark.
it's dark.
And our plan was to leave before we get there enough time, but we kids, we had all kind of difficulties. Left hours after we were supposed to. Then you know you
Oh,
make
yeah.
more stops with kids. Time we made it there, it was dark.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine, you know, initially going up, you know, you start seeing some houses at the bottom, but once you start going up, then you start seeing nothing but mountain to your left and drop off to your right,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
dark. And then our GPS, we
With
think
no fence or rail.
yeah, no fence or rail, just a one way, one way road. And it was like, you know, GPS, you thinking, you all right, GPS gonna take you there.
It was
She
wrong.
was like, you have a ride. We like, we don't see no house, no lights, pitch black. So it was like, GPS was like, you're a ride.
They
we-
said you're arrived.
You have arrived.
You're arrived.
GPS was like, you have arrived. And like cause I was in the driver, so I could just see, you know, the side of the mountain right here. But Kanisha was like, I don't see it. She's like,
There
I don't
was
see
nothing.
I don't see anything down there, just dark. And I'm like, bruh. So I got out, I parked, I got out, I went around looking. Guys, I don't see anything. I even kind of went down the little, I can see it's like a drop off, or you can see it's trees, and I was like, nah, it can't be. So the people we rented from, they said they would leave the lights on, or something. We were like, we can't be there. And you couldn't back up because we already had came down this one way.
It was cold.
One way street, so it's like either you go far, there's no way you go back up. And
If you
trees
back up
everywhere,
and you go the wrong way, you're going off a drop off.
Yeah. So it's like I was like, let's just keep going forward.
I was scared.
So we just kept going. So we was able to reach some other little houses. You know, you're in the mountains, so houses are so spread out and just random. You'll just come around the curb and see a little cabin or house right here.
That's
So luckily we found one, and we just turned around and came back down the same way we had just came. So we decided to call the owners, and Kanisha explained it to them. You know where we were, make sure we was in the right spot, and they said no. Actually, where the GPS told us turn, we should have just kept going straight.
Oh my god! So then we had to back out. I had to get out, and I was just like back up, and I was terrified that we would have fallen over. So like I got out. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's just woods.
And the only thing we had was her flashlight on our phone to like see for us.
And the headlights.
And the headlight.
A dirt road. Drop offs on both sides. I was 6 weeks pregnant with Brio. I was so scared, y'all, that I worried about
Going into labor?
or not really labor, like miscarriage. I mean, 6 weeks is no saving, you know.
Right. It was that rough.
I cramped. I got so scared and worked up that I couldn't stop cramping.
And it
was bad.
And it wasn't. I mean, right there, what I said, guys, what it was like we arrived and we had to finally. Remember, we kept going straight. Went over a little bitty bridge and found a house. You remember, we finally turned around and came back. After you called them, so they were like, no. When we finally explained to them, like, no, the GPS took y'all the wrong way. But y'all took that little sharp right. Y'all should have just came back and go. And then it's a sharp right. So when we came back, for us to go right around to keep going straight, it was like, yeah, to go back. I had to, so all right.
That's not even the best part.
No, so now we're on the right track. We're like, okay, whoo, finally. Now we going, elevating up. No kind of going through. Like you can barely see. We had the high beams on. Now, when we elevating up, you got like a little curve like this, so we going up, and when we come around like this to go, you can see it's going up this way. The car spun out.
I had a random memory of his reaction when that happened. That's why I'm smiling.
The car spun out. So like as I was trying to accelerate up, it was just spinning. Then it'll slide down. Then I would try to go up and it would spin out and slide down.
Keep in mind that there are drop-offs.
Yeah, so
on both sides. Like nothing.
After I came down,
you were
I slid down. I wasn't scared.
I had never seen him scared.
No,
like,
I wasn't scared.
Y'all, he
was. One is a drop
off.
It was a drop off, but two, it's my family in the car, guys. So
ever seen him scared before.
I was in protective mode. So like my adrenaline was pumping. You know what I'm saying? Like my family in the car, like, and it's dark and it's around like what? It's about like 9:30. It's like I know what you're about to say. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
When it spun the first time and then went back down, he said, "Whoa." Yo, I was terrified.
Right, because I can see the incline. So and like I told you guys, like when this curve came, it's like a curve. Then you start elevating up. So when you kind of come around this curve and you start elevating up, I slid down. So when you slide down, you're going back into that curve you just came from, and that curve is literally a drop off.
And where we live, there are no hills really, or not many. We live in Louisiana. Like there are many hills. There are hills, but it's not many.
Any of my people who watch my video And from Georgia, y'all know. You know, the next morning, I'm gonna come back to where we was at. When she said, I said, whoa. But anybody who lives in Georgia or been around there, they know we didn't see because it was dark. That red clay. It was. I don't know if it had rain before we came,
Oh my God.
but it was that red clay, and them tires were not.
It
In driving, it wouldn't get it. So we called the people.
We had to call the people.
We had to call them. Was like, how y'all get up here? Like our car can't go up. We tried at least 2 or 3 times. We can't go up.
And he was like, well, what kind of car do you have? And we didn't have all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
We didn't have 4-wheel drive.
We had a Jeep Cherokee.
We had my
Her
mom.
mom let her borrow her Jeep Cherokee for the trip.
Because at the time, I had a Hyundai Sonata, and I didn't think it could get up. We'll get back to that. I didn't think that my Hyundai Sonata would be able to go up there. So, he showed us how to get up. We had to drop the gear down to like what?
No, he was saying at first because I was in drive, but I didn't know. Like in her mom's Jeep Cherokee.
So that's another thing. My mom's Jeep Cherokee was new.
Yeah, and it was new.
It was new.
4 or 5 months old, if that.
Yeah.
So like that was something else. Family in the car, dark.
She barely let us borrow that Cherokee, Lord. And then
so it was like all that. So she was like, I'm gonna call him back and see like what to do. So that's when it was like, what they had said.
it was something about dropping the gear to 1 or something. And then
Instead of keeping it drive,
yeah, then we
put
were
it in manual and put it in first gear.
Yeah.
So it's like I got low gear. So I guess when I start hitting the brake, it don't max out, and that's what made it spin. When I put it in first, you know, I started kind of climbing, and then I started spinning, but then it spun, grabbed, and it finally got up.
Yo.
Then it came to another spot. Once I'm up,
It
and
did it
then
again.
there's another little, but still at first it spun out, but then it grabbed, and then we got up. And
Now, y'all, once we got to the cabin,
when we got to the top, and we saw the light where they said they left on for us, and there, God, my heart was, I ain't lying.
the cabin was absolutely flawless.
Flawless. But
It was
my
beautiful.
Goodness.
In the morning, you could see like the mountains and stuff, and there was like a balcony, and there was even a little playground. There was a hot tub. It was there's a whole thing like it was beautiful. Y'all, it was beautiful. I mean, family, you know, was there or came. They were there that night. Family came like, y'all. Whenever my cousins tried to get up, her SUV almost flipped. He had to like
Same spot. She called Frank to like telling her, tell C Jacob, and I had to run. I ran from the cabin to the same spot we got.
And he had to push her.
Literally, but her car, but she wasn't like us. Like,
He had to
just
push
say this
it.
is the curve in a drop off. Her towel was like right here, guys. I don't know if you can see it. Like really right there.
It was
Like if
really
she would have
close.
slid some more, and you know once a back tire would have started going down, the car would have
I
went
can't
down.
even think about it, no.
Right.
So he
I literally
went
got
and
in
he
the bag
pushed
and I told her
her
put it
all,
in one like
yeah.
us, and I was like, I'll just push it. And the same thing with her. It finally grabbed. She was shook. She was
Everybody
like,
was terrified.
everybody was like, I don't even want to leave. Like
The place was so beautiful,
Everybody
but
wanna
because
leave.
of that, I don't think that I would ever go back. And then,
The way
okay,
it
so
was.
we drove a Hyundai Sonata. And how about like the second day we were there, we saw a Hyundai Sonata just zooming up the mountain.
yeah.
And I was
you know,
like,
I guess you
what
start seeing
the
people who
heck?
stayed in the mountain. Like
Just going.
you
like,
saw like a little post office truck,
just.
a Honda and a little car. She's like, how they got up here?
Why did we even borrow the Jeep? Child.
But that's what it was.
I wonder if
that
I probably
rain
can
was.
get up there now. At SUV.
So. And it was the red clay. That's what I noticed. Like
Yes.
it was red clay, so that was not nobody.
I bet you that face I just made was so ugly.
You couldn't catch traction. Yeah, red clay came off the mountain, on the side of it.
Y'all, I can't.
It was raw. Zayd in the that was Zayd in the back. What he said?
Well, after you freaked out, whoa, and he was like, "I wanna go home," and I'm like,
I said what I said.
"We not going home."
What I said.
I'm like, we not going home. We just drove over 9 hours. So then, caregiver mode kicked in. Cause like caregiver mode, I mean, I kicked into caregiver mode. I used to be a nursing student. I didn't finish nursing school. But I jumped into, so in nursing school, like even when there's like a crazy situation, it's like, I don't know, I learned really quickly to be calm. I don't know. I'm not really frantic under pressure. I'm really calm under pressure.
Yeah.
So then, after my initial reaction, like in my mind, we're gonna die. I'm 6 weeks pregnant, and we're gonna die. We're gonna fall off this mountain. I don't want to go like that. My 2 kids in the back, one in my uterus.
It was, yeah.
But I was like, nah, okay. So we have to back up because we just stayed there. We were scared to back up. So I got out, 6 weeks pregnant, got out in the middle of nowhere, didn't know what was around me. It was cold, couldn't see anything, pitch black in the woods, in the mountains. And I was just like, oh my God. So then I got out while he was driving so that I can like guide him because I was too terrified. I would have been too terrified if he got out to guide me to back up. I would have been scared. So I let him do it. And we were able to back up enough to turn the way that we were supposed to. But y'all, it was a 1-way.
Like literally the next day, like another car's coming. Either one of y'all got to back up or whatever. You both can't pass.
Child.
You can't pass.
Those people were so sweet. They even left like a little bear under the Christmas tree for each of the
They
boys.
put up a Christmas tree lights.
They had
2
lights.
gifts for them.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
They were amazing, but I would. They were so sweet, but I'd never go back.
It was crazy.
I'm sure we could get up just fine now, but look, I'm not taking a chance. Unless they put some gravel.
Yeah.
Cause that's too. That was too much. It was too much. Like, nah.
There were 2 days of us being out there. It rained again.
It rained. Oh my God. We were too scared to go out and really explore. And then, like I said, I was 6 weeks pregnant. I'm not gonna say morning sickness because I had hyperemesis gravidarum, but basically my sickness kicks in, like every pregnancy kicks in right at the 6 week mark. I made 6 weeks on Christmas Eve. So on top of all that, now I'm like extremely sick. And I was making a big seafood gumbo and a regular gumbo and potato salad and baking cookies because that was the plan for like, you know, Christmas. I had volunteered because it wasn't a big deal, but then like I did that with morning sickness, y'all.
No, she didn't really even eat.
I couldn't stomach the smell. Like, and then for the rest of my pregnancy, I couldn't stomach the smell of gumbo, stews, smoked sausage, because you dropped your cucumber? Yeah. I couldn't stomach the smell of Dove soap because that's what I had used to shower like the night before. Anything that I smelled that day, I couldn't stomach it.
That was it.
So back to the whole cookie business that I have. I stopped baking because I couldn't stomach the smell of cookies. Everything that I baked, that I cooked that day, I couldn't stomach for the rest of my pregnancy. Why'd you do that to Mama? You were making me sick, huh? In there. No, it's not you. It wasn't your fault. That wasn't your fault, huh? No.
Real. Bria. Hey, daddy baby. Daddy baby.
Y'all, she literally looks like CJ's mom and me. Which CJ looks like his mom. So of course she looks like CJ too, but if you had seen CJ's mom, she looks so much like CJ's mom and me. It's weird. It's crazy. Up? What are you saying? I know you're not saying up. What are you saying?
Yeah, guys, it was a great experience.
No.
Damn. That first day. We knew for 100% why they said make it there and enough time way before it get dark.
Can't have this as tea.
It was crazy.
Yeah, but it wasn't on the instructions. Well, maybe it was. We hadn't read it, but when you get to the cabin, it says try to get back before dark. And that's why. That is why. I'm so full. I
It was
can't.
rough.
So yeah, y'all. That's the time we almost died in the mountains while I was pregnant with how old were they? A 2-year-old and a 5-year-old in the car.
Yep. Because the drive from here to there was how long?
The drive was like, it should have only taken like 9.5 hours, but we stopped.
11, 12 hours?
Mm-mm.
No, about 11?
Baby, I can't give you this. It's tea.
I think 11
You can't have
hours.
sweet tea. You can have water. or almond milk, but no sweet tea. Maybe daddy, no, daddy has no water.
Okay.
Why did you take off that headband? Why did you take off that headband? Yo, we both gonna have to jump in the shower. Myself and Bria, because child, I'm full of seafood. She's full of seafood. And I'm pretty sure something's in her hair. I can't give you, no. So yeah, you got, I can't even talk. Yeah, you guys, so, what else are we gonna talk about?
No, that's just what it was crazy. I really just think about it. It was crazy, bro.
He might not remember him saying that, but when it slid down, he was like, "Whoa!" I think that's what scared the kids. I was like, "Did that just come out of
I
you?"
did not say that.
I mean, you made some noises before, but not like that. No.
I did not say it. I did not. But she be lying, bro. And she stick to the story. She got so many funny stories about me, but I don't even remember saying about her. Come back. Don't even sound like that. I would do. I don't even sound like
You
that.
did something. You did
I
something.
said,
Well, maybe.
like, come on, like a ghost or something. Man. You see how she was trying to play with. You see, that's the type of stuff she'll tell her friends and then when we all clowning and have them laughing at me. And I ain't even do that. That's not even something I would do.
But
I know my adrenaline was pumping and I wasn't scared, but I wasn't
he was
like.
on the phone with those people talking so loud. I was like, what do I do? I was like, hey, people didn't do anything to you. Calm down.
No, man.
I got on the phone. Sir, I'm sorry. My husband's a bit frantic right now. He's really nervous right now because I'm pregnant and the kids are in the car. But yeah, you can tell me and I'll tell him. He has to calm down a bit. Yeah, but they were so sweet. But see, you were yelling at that man. But you were hollering at that man. What's the matter, sweetheart?
This was good though.
Dude, look at the crab. The crab. I said the crib. Look at the crab on this girl.
So you got a whole nother video just in her seat.
If y'all see all the food in her seat. So yeah.
But yeah, there goes.
I'm happy you made it, Bria. We made it off the mountain. You were able to be born because, child, that was a disaster. Whoa.
He lying.
You heard him, huh? From the inside. Nah, she didn't have yours yet. But man, for real. So when I saw that he was scared, I'm like, we can't both be scared. Cause then Zayden and Xavier started. You was. Then Zayden and Xavier started crying, and Zayden was like, I want to go home, and I'm like, heck no, we just drove. We are not turning around to drive all the way back to Louisiana. Child, we would have went to Kennesaw before all that, but that was like Kennesaw is like where so I have some relatives that the relatives who met us there were like an hour away, an hour and a half away. Not an hour and a half, but they were like an hour and something away. I was like, we would drive to Kennesaw before we drive all the way back to Louisiana. That's what we're not gonna do. But I really wanted to see the cabin, and then when we got there, y'all, he was scared. He did something like that. I could have sworn it was, it was something like that. So, because that was what made me be like, oh, he's scared for real. Okay, let me calm down because we couldn't both be scared. We couldn't both be scared. We couldn't. We couldn't both be scared.
Now if I hear something like that, big.
I was like, ouch! She pulled my hair.
No, I should just stop lying right there.
No, she always trying to pull my hair out.
I'm lying on her there. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
CJ, you don't know what you said in that moment because you were done. You were out of it.
Oh man.
I had to calm you down. I was like, babe, we're gonna get through this. Calm down. okay, I'm gonna call them in, and I'm gonna get out of the car. Once they told us, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of the car. And it was like, did not get calm. Really?
Nah, you were freaking out when I was out the car. When I was searching, you like, bro,
I didn't
because you was hearing noises and all kinds of
hearing
stuff.
noises.
And I was like stupid for trying to find.
I was like, oh,
They say we
heck
arrived.
no.
We arrived, so I went.
Dude,
I went
that
and
was
walked almost
before.
probably a mile.
That was before he even called those people. He gonna
Right.
hop out the car and just go walking. We don't know where
Looking
there's
with
a
flashlight.
drop off.
They
When
said we
there's
arrived because I'm
anything,
thinking we was there.
There are drop offs on either side, but I didn't want him to just keep walking and then all of a sudden, boop, like whoa. And then we're just sitting in the car and don't know how to back up. And there's no signal at that spot. And we just chilling.
That's crazy.
Like, if you would have fell off the mountain, who was backing us down? I couldn't see. Because keep in mind, he needed me to get out and guide him when he has to back up. Who was going to guide me? Sure not Zayden and Xavier. Y'all, that was just a whole hot mess. And then we got into the cabin. Once we found, okay, so we called the man. The man told us where to go. He was like, use Google Maps. We were using Waze. Waze took us the whole way there and failed us.
That's what it was. We was using Waze when they said you have arrived, and we was nowhere near that.
Waze took us the whole way there and then failed us once we got up that mountain. And all we had to do was switch to
Google Maps. We switched to Google Maps. Remember?
Then it told us where to go. I felt so stupid. So that happened. So then we I guided him down the mountain. You even admitted that I was very, very, very calm. Give my props.
Both of us.
Okay. So then we get there and I just like had to breathe and I was like trying to breathe because at this point I'm cramping and I'm like, God, please don't let me lose this baby because it felt like, I don't know what it feels like, but, I was cramping really bad and I was terrified and making sure that I didn't start hemorrhaging because I didn't know what to expect at that point. But I remember my mother-in-law had a dream before she died that I had this beautiful baby girl and and I was like, okay, well, I don't plan on being pregnant again after this. This is it. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna survive. Like, that's how I talked myself into staying calm because y'all, I really thought that I was gonna lose the baby. I was that scared and that worked up. And I had to pray. So then we got there and I went to the tub and I just ran myself some warm water and I just stayed in that tub for like an hour trying to ease the cramps. And I was still in pain. I went to bed in pain. That was so scary. I had never been that scared in my life. So yeah. That was that.
Beautiful time experience, but that initial, it was rough.
And those people were so sweet, y'all, the best. Oh my God.
They really was like.
But I'll never go back.
No. Like, not these, unless they would fix that, I'm not gonna stunt.
No.
And I know they're saying, I guess they never really 100% experience it because, they know you live in Georgia or in mountains, all-wheel drive terrain. They got vehicles
Maybe we should have got the all-wheel drive.
No, your other cousin, when she came.
She came up, no.
She came to Papa, she got all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
She got all-wheel drive. She was like, I didn't have any issues.
She had a Ford Explorer. She had all.
Ford Explorer.
Well, whenever when he was buying our vehicle recently, it literally it wasn't even there yet. We knew that it was coming in. It's one that I had been waiting for. I had been waiting on my Telluride. I've been wanting one. I've been looking for it for like a year. The color I wanted, the kind I wanted. And I don't know, they're so hard to find. And so for a year, we just took our time until, when it's God's time, everything falls into place, and it all fell into place. But anyway, we took our time. We weren't in a rush, but now that it's summertime and the air doesn't reach the back seat in the little Sonata, and it didn't have any vents. We had a 2014 Sonata. It was just time. The kids were like all hot and sweaty when we had a trip to the zoo, and they're like, "It's hot," and I'm like, "I have the air on full blast," but it was in the front seat, and I'm like, "Nah, they need vents in the back and more space," and so it was time. So anyway, yeah, whenever he was finishing up the paperwork, it literally arrived like off of the truck. It was supposed to be in like the next day, and there was another one that was like an all-wheel drive that they were like unloading. And he was like, yeah, nobody here really buys all-wheel drive. And I was like, thinking about the mountains, like maybe we should have got an all-wheel drive. What do we have?
It's the front.
Front wheel? Maybe we should have gotten an all-wheel drive. then I would have been okay about going back.
Man, that little spot, just that
But
spot.
honestly, we should be. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to try it again.
See, I never realized, like you said, we don't have that type of terrain or weather
We don't.
or
But
clay
if
and
you-
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
I didn't
whatever you
realize
wanna
that
do.
putting it, not keeping it in drive, because drive pretty much, like when you accelerate, you know, it'll go 1, 2, 3. So when you press on it, when I was sliding, I would press on it. I guess to try to get more gas, it's gonna go quick to fly, and it's just gonna. I didn't realize one gonna keep it. When you keep it in one, it's gonna keep it a certain amount of. So you know what I'm saying. So it give it a chance to, I guess, catch. That's what they told me.
But
I talked to
truthfully-
somebody else, but it was. Now when we went out, remember when we finally went out, left, went visit the
Yeah,
little
this-
city, and then we came back
It
up.
was fun.
We was like, man, he go to that spot, but I put it in one.
And
We kind of a little slight, but not nothing crazy. We kind of knew, so I guess, you know,
yeah. We started to leave out
it was like
on like day 3.
day 3.
On day 3, but we didn't do too
because we
much.
want to get some more stuff for the
Because
gumbo
every time we
and
leave,
certain
I
food
get
to cook. And
yeah, I'd get nervous about how we're gonna get back up. I don't want to be stuck, you know.
stuff. That girl said, we leave. I don't want to be stuck and we can't get back.
I don't know.
I mean, even though we had everything we needed, but more things to cook, breakfast stuff. Because we wasn't really eating, we was just cooking because they had everything. All the seasonings, even some Louisiana seasonings, all the pots, pans, everything you needed to cook and fully furnished.
Well, it is Georgia. Georgia is
Yeah.
right there.
So we was
But,
happy about that. We just got more things to. So we went to the nearest. What it was, Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
We found a Walmart. We kind of just browsed around a little town and we came back and
It
like so
wasn't
when we
really
came
that
back.
much where we were.
We had we didn't realize. I guess it was dark. Remember when we passed? It was like they had a nice creek that we took video.
Oh,
I
they
had a lot of stuff when we finally got back
Yeah.
through the mountains. Like we didn't see it. It was dark.
My
when we
biggest
first initially
regret
came.
is not like going at a time where I couldn't enjoy it. And I thought that everything would have been fine, but I didn't expect to be getting sick like during that
On the
trip. We
trip.
had planned that trip like months in advance, and I didn't think I was gonna be sick like that. So
We
I
had
would
back-
like to go again. Not there, but so in the mountains. But I think that if it had been gravel, or that if it wasn't, if it was all gravel, I feel like we would have gotten up with no problem. I think it was the, like you said, the red clay.
That red clay.
Or if it was all paved, we would have been fine.
The red clay
So,
that was wet. It just wasn't happening.
that was a hot mess, y'all. Oh my god.
It was crazy.
So yeah, that is that story. But yeah, that is pretty much it, y'all. We're
Yeah.
not gonna keep talking about it. CJ's gonna deny that he was scared, but he was. I admit it, I was terrified.
No,
I was so
I
scared.
said my adrenaline. I was like, I didn't want
it.
I didn't want nothing to happen to us. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't scared. I was just like zoned in hard. You know what I'm saying? Like really focused.
It looks
And,
like
like,
this is
heart
on
pumping.
backwards, but it's not. But doesn't it look like it's backwards? But it's like this so that it just slips on.
So
The
yeah,
tag is in the
guys.
back though.
We appreciate y'all. Y'all stuck it out with us. Finish watching the video.
Yeah.
Whew,
Say
man,
bye-bye. We are so
full.
dirty and full now.
Yeah, we're gonna
Full of
shower.
seafood. Real has rubbed crabs and shrimp all on my arm. So yeah, y'all, we are going to go get cleaned up and get our things ready because we have an early morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
So bye everyone.
All right, bye.